Welcome back. Zy, your host, Cinema Kane, coming back at you today with Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. I gotta say, new Star Trek on Paramount Plus has been hit or miss with me. Didn't really care for Discovery. Felt like it violated too many canon rules. Things that had previously been established in Star Trek all of a sudden were retroactively retconned. I don't like that. That was my big issue with Discovery. Otherwise, I thought it was a pretty decent show, I guess, but I don't like the fact that they were trying to reinvent the wheel on a show that is supposed to take place in the prime timeline before Star Trek, the original series. That's my issue. That said, then we get to Picard. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, but you know that already if you're a subscriber and you've watched my review here on the channel. But Star Trek Strange New Worlds, ironically enough, a show set up in Season 2 of Discovery, is by far my favorite Star Trek show they are currently making. If you're wondering why I didn't mention Star Trek Prodigy, it's because I didn't watch Star Trek Prodigy and had no intention and don't really care that it's being removed from Paramount Plus like a lot of other people seem to. Lower Decks I've only seen like maybe the first season of. It's funny enough, but you know, I like my Star Trek the way it's meant to be. Serious with the occasional joke sprinkled in here and there. So there you go. Why do I like Discovery? Well, one reason I like Discovery is that for the first time in all of this new Trek, we finally have an actor, Anson Mount, who feels like a Starfleet captain. Like the way he carries himself, the way he acts, feels like what you're used to seeing from a Starfleet captain. I know a lot of people are like, well, anyone could be a captain. Anyone, yeah, and I get that. But traditionally, even Janeway, with the way she carried herself, look at how some of these other actors, you know, a Starfleet officer needs to be someone who stands tall, shoulders back, good posture, very, very authoritative. That's why one of the big reasons I love this show. Anson Mount is perfect in this role as Captain Pike. The rest of the cast, oh my god, if you've got to complain about this cast, you're being ridiculous. This cast is phenomenal. I'm someone that said no one will ever be able to play Spock again after Leonard Nimoy. The actor they've got playing Spock now is probably better than any other alternative Spock we've gotten so far. And yes, I'm including the 2009 Abrams films in this. Overall, Star Trek Discovery does a better job at being a Star Trek show than any other Star Trek show we've had so far. The one issue I still have with it is they're still not quite sure about how to use allegory the way the original series and TNG did so well. Allegory has always been the key to Star Trek, in my opinion. If you just hit someone over the head with something that is a current event, it's not going to work. They're getting better at using allegory, but specifically during the first season, there were big issues with allegory because they were literally using current news footage in the episode. Don't do that. Reach outside of that conflict, find something similar, create something similar that is fictitious. Because people who you might want to change their minds, you're not going to change their minds by showing them something that you're literally pointing at them going, that's you. You're not going to change their minds that way. Create something fictitious, leave it in their head, let them think about it, let them watch the episode multiple times, and eventually you may actually change their minds. But if you just hit them over the head and say, you're bad, it's not going to work. All of that said, as you can tell, I absolutely love Star Trek Strange New Worlds. If you're a Star Trek fan, you owe it to yourself to check it out. I've been your host, Cinema Kane. I hope you enjoyed this review of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. If you did, don't forget to click like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to click that bell so that you can be notified every time Cinema Kane has a new video uploaded. Don't forget to share this on all your social media platforms so that you can help me grow the channel to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And I'll see you next time at the video store.